Morning all, got my granddad's allotment. So 29th of April a day, so I thought I'd give you a quick tour of the allotment, just show you what's going on. Let's just spin you around. Right, let's just start at the bottom end. As you can see, it needs trimming again. So this was done 2 weeks ago. We've had a little bit of rain and sunshine ever since, so it's just took off. Asparagus bed, this is second year planting, so it's obviously not harvest this year, but it is shooting up. I think there's 6 different asparagus in there, but yeah, they'll just be left. Just keep weeding in between. Strawberries starting to come through, starting to develop fruit. Currants, again, these are red currants starting to take off, and white currants on this side with the rogue dandelion in the middle, but hey, the bees need them as well. In the little greenhouse, haven't started doing anything with this yet, but as you can see, the grapes are starting to take over already. At the end of last year, this one, I took off the leader that was across the top, across here, and just left one lower down, with the intention of, because obviously it shades out all of the greenhouse, and I want to put tomatoes or chilies into here. I don't want too much shade. This all needs trimming back and going back to, you see how it's got, I'll take this one for example. It's got 1, 2, 3 bunches of grapes. I'll take it back to the first bunch, sort of cut it off to the first bunch of grapes and take that leader off, and I'll do that with all of them. See, here's another example. You can see the grapes there, so I'll take it back to there and take off that set of grapes. Otherwise it would just keep growing. These grow, you know, a good 6 inches a day in the summertime when it's really warm. But all of these need thinning out, so that's a job for Friday. Back out in the garden, strawberries again are coming through, desperate for weeding and strimming. This is comfrey, comes through every year. We've got a few Swiss chard in there from last year that's shooting back up. All of the tulips and daffodils are now gone, but the fuchsia and that has started to take over, and grandma and granddad's rose in there. It's got a little bit of cleavers growing through, so I need to get all them pulled out, some sticky willy. The Japanese wineberry is starting to take off. Cut that right back last year, so I'll train that up that way. There's a few little tulips here and about. Tayberry, that's started to take off. I have been training that up against that wall, so that this year should sort of fruit on this side. I had it going that way last year, so I'll take all them out once it's fruited, and it'll be new fruit. The beds are prepped, ready for stuff to go out. That one needs a bit of a weed. I did put out my peas the other day, my first sowing of peas, so there's a few there and a few in this one. This bed was the new Timu bed. It was just filled up, and it was filled up with sort of rubbish from the Dalek bins. There was a few old strawberry plants, because obviously this is where the strawberry planter was. They just went in, and they weren't even meant to grow. They were just meant to go in and compost away. I think I even turned them upside down, but they've sprouted, so I'm going to leave them. I don't know what I'm putting in there this year. Probably some beetroot and some turnips and stuff. Couple of beds. That's got nothing in yet. I think that's going to be maybe beans. Make a tripod up the middle. My carrots that I sowed the other week. So they're coming up. 3 buckets of carrots. You see they're starting to get the true leaves on now. See how they go. I've never done carrots in tubs before. More strawberries. And those two, they're doing all right. They were some I brought over from home. The potatoes, they're doing all right. I'm not seeing any signs of shoots yet, but I don't know if we can. Oh, there we go. So they are shooting, and the soil is wet. You know, this was from the straw bale veg last year. So all my potatoes on straw there. Look, there's the one coming through. So I planted them beginning of April, just after St Patrick's Day, I think it was. This is the damson that's starting to shoot and bud. Been a little bit late that this year. Oh look, there's some more potatoes coming through. So they're doing well. These are the first earlies. So that's champion. So there's nothing in them apart from a little bit of compost right at the very bottom, and the rest's just rotted down straw. Cherry blossom, loads on. So we'll make it some cherries before the birds this year. Apple blossom, this is a Spartan apple. Doing well this year for blossom. This one is a bit odd, it's a bit random. You see that one branch has got the leaves and blossom, and the rest hasn't. For some reason it's got the odd bit, you know, and they are there. But they're just taking ages to come through. I don't know why. And it's the same with the bottom. You know, it is alive because it's the same branch, but I don't know, random. Goose gogs. They're doing all right. We've got 2 of them. A red one and a white one. Starting to get them on. Look. See. And that is the pear tree. This is honeysuckle coming through, and I think that is a black currant in there. More comfrey coming through. It just spreads everywhere. This was from a bed that was in a container, which is now over there, which I've just shown you. It actually grew through the container and it's now rooted in here, so I'll keep harvesting. First Timu bed with strawberries. Got lavender planted in along the borders in there as well. These are a couple of transplants what I got from somewhere else. So that's a black currant in there and another gooseberry. And the black currant, Big Ben I think it is doing all right. Over here that's starting to get the currants on. You harvest on the old wood, so at the end of your harvest you just chop out that old wood and all this is new. So if you can see, that's harvesting on the darker wood, and then the new wood will fruit next year. Still got all this to do. This is the fencing material I've got for that fence there, but I need the posts. The passion flowers are starting to come on, and the rose, that all needs cutting down this year after it's flowered. This bed it's all full of compost and stuff which I've been collecting. That's going to be for me giant marrows this year. In the greenhouse, Still got a bit to tidy up, but that's all my compost and stuff anyway, which I'll be using. There's Winston. In here, the figs, which I keep saying I'm going to get rid of. But I mean, I keep getting figs. Trouble is that they never mature. But I think it's maybe that I've got too many leaves, so I'm going to try stripping the leaves out this year and see if the figs actually, you know, do mature. I'll do them in a minute, but my tomatoes, they're doing all right. They're shooting up. They'll probably need potting them into bigger pots fairly soon. I've got a few chilies at the back there. They're all heirloom tomatoes. In here, we've got some broccoli and chard. I think that's some spinach in there. Again, more sort of collies, Romanesco and stuff here. I'll take these and pot them up, and I'll probably give them away because I've already potted up. Well, I potted up them, you know, some there. That's more than enough for me. A couple of squashes in there. That's some beetroot. They'll need to go out probably this weekend. A couple of beans, runner beans. They can probably go out this weekend. And again, some Romanesco and cauliflowers there. These are my giant marrows. 3 different ones. See how they go this year. Now I'll attempt to get into the giant veg community. Tomatoes, they're probably going to get potted up into the final pots fairly soon. I might set this bed up already, maybe it's at the weekend, and get them. I've got the pots there ready with the holes in. Need some strimming done here again, and I think when I take out the staging, I'm going to cover the ground with the, you know, the blue plastic and put the holes in for the tomatoes. I've got a few, these are just a few cuttings I took of random different things, some fruit trees. There's some figs and that there. They're just in jars of water, and you can see they are starting to root. So these are black currants, I think. There you go. So they're blackcurrant cuttings, and they're all starting to shoot. So I'll do them soon, pot them up. I don't know what these are. They're starting to shoot as well. They're red currants. Some gooseberries there. I just did that when I was sort of tidying up and planting up. Right, so that's it. A little April tour, end of April tour. Not much else sort of sown yet. I'm going to start and sow some cut flowers, or flowers for cutting today. Just get them started in here. We've got a seed swap on Saturday and plant swap, so I'll probably pot up some of these collies and stuff like that, and take them, get rid of them at the plant swap. Right, catch you on the next one. See you in a bit.